Today, I want to share with you 5 reasons dads are significant. There's a multitude of reasons that dads are significant, but I just want to touch on 5 little ones for you today. A great movie I watched recently is I Can Only Imagine. It's a powerful movie about a songwriter, a true story. And in the movie at the beginning, the father, played by Dennis Quaid, his name is Arthur, and he's an angry man. He's a bully. He physically abuses his son. He's a horrible father. And the young man Bart grows up and he has no purpose. As you can imagine, his identity is kind of shattered. He's a hurting kid and he goes and leads a kind of purposeless life, trying to find meaning as a singer in a band. Anyway, a series of events occurs and he has to return home. And he returns home in the middle of the night, wakes up in the morning, his dad's there, and his dad makes breakfast for him, and his dad's asking him questions, and his dad's being really genuine. And Bart's going, what's going on here? This isn't the dad that I knew. And his dad had had a transformation. I mean, he had met God, he had started going to church, and God had started to heal his heart and forgive him. And he wanted to reconcile with his son, but I mean, Bart didn't want anything to do with his dad. He hated his dad. He remembered all the things from his childhood. But as the movie goes on, a powerful reconciliation takes place, and the dad Arthur does reach his son's heart, and there's healing, and there's conversations, and they're sorting things out, and they become best friends, and it's a beautiful example of the power of reconciliation. But the movie really shows the two sides of a father, the power of a father to create immeasurable damage, but also the power of a father to reconcile, restore, and also set identity in his children and have a major impact on the next generation. To capture the significance of fathers, you only have to look at the statistics of fatherlessness and what they are saying. In a Melbourne University study of 212 children, they found that the children that had fathers in the home performed better academically in their first 2 years of school than all the other children that didn't. In Australia, in our youth justice system, 4 out of 5 young people in the system are men or are boys. You know, that really shows you that there's a problem. If there's not a father in the home, it leads to criminal activity. And everyone knows that prisons are a place for boys that were deprived of a father. The statistics show overwhelmingly that without a father, poverty increases, educational performance decreases, illiteracy increases, drug and alcohol abuse increases, sexual problems increase, and sexual and child abuse increases as well without a father in the home. These statistics show that when there's a father in a home, there's an improvement in all areas for the child. When there's not a father in the home, then things most of the time don't go well. The first reason dads are significant is that dads lead their homes. In Ephesians 5:25, we know that the measure of a father is that Christ laid down his life for the church, and husbands ought to do the same. That's what it means to be a husband, to be a father, is you're the hero in the home. You're the one laying down your life for your family, and you're the one there who's leading the home. And leading means you're giving the home vision, you're giving the home purpose, you're taking the home somewhere. This is a significant role that fathers have. Not only that, but they're the protectors of the home. Physically, a father is built by God with the strength to protect the home, but also it's protecting the children in other ways. It's protecting them from the dangers on the internet. It's protecting them by ensuring that people don't come into your home who shouldn't be around your children. Fathers also are available. When they lead their homes, they're there. They're there physically, emotionally, mentally. It's critical because the father's there to connect on many different levels. And finally, when a father leads a home, then that allows a wife to flourish. You know, women can't have children and raise them and be a great mother and also have a career and pursue other things in life. But when they have a great husband and a great father in the home, then they're in a team and they can do those things. They can teamwork together. They can balance one another out so that the woman can flourish, she can pursue her dreams and also be a fantastic mother. The second truth is dads are uniquely male. Now, I mean, this may sound obvious, but in Genesis 1:26, God created them male and female. In God's design, the masculine and the feminine are different, but they need to come together as one flesh in marriage in order to be a whole. And this is critical. Dads bring the male part, and dads are hardwired different to women. They're hardwired more for protection. They're hardwired more for solution and problem solving. They're hardwired more for healthy aggression and to take risks. And this is critical if you want to raise well-rounded children. They need the hardwiring of their mother, but they need that of their father, and the two become one in the parent. Dads are a son's first hero and a daughter's first love. The impact of a father on a boy and a girl is unbelievable. On a boy, it's showing them this is how a man should live, act, behave. This is the character of a man. But to his daughter, a father shows this is how a man should treat you. This is how a man should respect you. The key message that a father needs to get through to their boy is that you can take risks. You can go on an adventure. Life's really hard, but if you take responsibility and overcome the challenges in front of you and deal with the consequences of your decision, then it's going to be an adventure and you're going to make it. To his little girl, the message that needs to come from dad is that you are valuable. You're valuable because I see you as valuable. Therefore, look after yourself. Don't let anyone touch you, talk to you inappropriately. If a little girl doesn't get this from her father, then she's going to look for it from other men, and that's where the danger begins. The way that a father treats his daughter and handles her heart is the way that that daughter will allow her heart to be handled by other men. Thirdly, dads engage in play fighting. And this has to be probably the best bit of being a father. I have 3 children. I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, 2 girls, and then a little boy, a 1-year-old. And they love play fighting. The minute I come home from work, Daddy, can we have a play fight? Can we have a play fight? My 1-year-old boy loves to be thrown on the bed, thrown up in the air. Kids absolutely love it. They're craving to wrestle and to climb on you and to be thrown. And do you know that play fighting, if you look at the research, the benefits of play fighting are phenomenal in what it does to children. Firstly, it teaches them boundaries. It teaches them the difference between fun and not fun. When you punch daddy in the eye, it's not fun anymore. When you clock your little baby brother over the head and hurt him and he's crying, not fun anymore. It teaches them boundaries. It teaches them social parameters. Because play fighting is kind of like a dance, and it teaches them to interact and to manage their aggression against their assertiveness. It teaches them these critical skills of assertiveness, but not being aggressive and going over the top. It teaches them many, many things. It teaches them morality in a lot of ways. It teaches them the difference between right and wrong, going too far or not going far enough, because we all know that the best play fights is when you play on the edge of risk and threat, but there's safety and security. But playing right on the edge of that and pushing the boundaries without going too far, that's usually where the most fun is in play fighting. It teaches them how to play and to be a fun person, because to play a game and to be fun, well, they're going to be liked in the playground. They're going to be liked by other kids. But when you're aggressive and you're punching or you're scratching and you're playing unfair, well, your kid's not going to be likable. Play fighting helps them know where the boundaries of that is. Number 4, dads teach delayed gratification. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4 says, fathers, do not exasperate your children. It means don't frustrate them, don't put unfair rules on them. Let them enjoy their life a bit. Instead, bring your children up in the training and the instruction of the Lord. This is a critical responsibility for you as a dad, to train and instruct your children. You think of the whole book of Proverbs. It's a father, Solomon, appealing to his son, listen to me, son. Here's wisdom and here's foolishness. And this is what a father does. And fathers are particularly wired to instruct and to train. They discipline their children differently to how a mother disciplines. You think of Hebrews 12 and how God disciplines those that he loves, and he deals with those that he sees as a son. And the whole point of discipline in Hebrews 12 is that those who are trained by the discipline, it brings about a harvest of righteousness. And this is where fathers are brilliant, is they can help their children delay gratification, delay pleasure, delay the benefits in the momentary or the temporary in order to receive them in the long term. And when a father teaches his children this, he teaches them work ethic. He teaches them to work hard and the harvest will come. He teaches them to restrain and to not be selfish and to not be a bully and to not be arrogant in the meantime, but to be humble and work hard and set things in order so that in the long term there'll be benefits. A father teaches focus. You know, a lot of the problem with ADHD children is their inability to focus. That's what ADHD is. They get distracted. And fathering helps. It helps prevent this because it teaches a child to focus on what's important right now. And what's important right now might not be the funnest thing in the world. It might not be jumping up and down or playing on the playground. But good fathering teaches the children how to focus, how to control themselves and not get easily distracted. This is a critical role of instruction of a father. Number 5, open-hearted dads have an immeasurable impact. Malachi 4:6 tells us, very famous scripture, that in the end days the hearts of the fathers will turn to their children and the children back to their fathers. When a father parents from the heart, the impact is just endless. When you turn your heart to your wife, when you turn your heart to your children and give them what's truly and genuinely on the inside, honesty, authenticity, what you're really feeling, what you're really thinking, rather than being the tough, strong, self-protective, exclusive, retreating dad, it just impacts them so deeply. In Ezekiel, it talks about God giving us taking away the heart of stone and giving a heart of flesh, or a soft heart. And this is what every dad needs. They've got to get rid of the heart of stone. You don't need the heart that keeps you protected, that allows you to compete. It's not a football game. You need a soft heart in the home towards your wife, towards your children. And fathers that parent in this way and love their wives in this way have immeasurable impact. As I finish, I want to challenge you with your father. What have you said to him? How have you appreciated him? When I was 35 years old, I wrote a letter to my dad, and I wrote 35 things over the 35 years, 35 things that I appreciate and love about him, to affirm him. He wasn't perfect, no father is. But what are you saying? How have you affirmed your father's role in your life, whatever that role that was? And I want to challenge you dads, out of these 5 points, 5 reasons you've heard today, where are you going to choose to grow? Where are you going to choose to go to the next level in your role as a father? Never stop growing in your responsibility as a dad. Psalm 68 verse 5 says that God is a father to the fatherless, and he places the lonely in families. No matter how your dad treated you, whether he's there or not, whether he's alive or not now, you have a perfect father in heaven, and he fills the gaps. So look to your father in heaven, but also look for other men, other father figures, spiritual fathers around your life who can play that role. God will put them there to help fill the gaps that may have been left by your earthly parents. I want to encourage you with your church. Let your pastor father you. Let men around you father you. They've got wisdom. They've got something to offer you. They can never replace what you may have lost, but they can offer you something through God that's going to help you grow as a son, a daughter of the living God. I hope you like this video. Please like it, subscribe so you can get more videos. Leave any comments you want down below.